Good morning. I hate to interrupt this lively conversation, but we have a program for you today. All right. Good morning. I'm Jolene Shepard. I'm the Executive Vice President at Great Falls Development Alliance. Welcome to Ignite 2025. What a great crowd. I'm so happy to see all of you here. Thank you for joining us. Each year, we like to kick off the new year to showcase regional growth. And to do that, we feature highlights of projects that are starting or opening this year. But just remember, this is not an exhaustive list. In fact, I see several of you out there that I know have projects that you weren't ready to announce, but that you're moving forward with this year. So keep investing in the Great Falls region. We're working on a lot of projects. We can only keep you so long, so today we're going to feature about 29 projects for you. As you're going to see, right now is a spectacular time to invest in the Great Falls region. And we have quite a ride for you today. Fantastic crescendo at the end, so you're going to want to stick around. But before we begin, I want to take care of a little bit of introductions and housekeeping. So our goal with Great Falls Development Alliance is to grow diverse economic opportunities that enhance the quality of life. To achieve that mission, our strategic initiatives are set forth and guided by our board of directors and council members. They give their resources for the betterment of all. So GFDA board and council members, please stand and be recognized. Come on, come on, come on, there you go. Thank you. Our work is funded through multiple streams. We have some contracts for services like the Small Business Development Administration or the Department of Agriculture. We have grants that we receive for specific projects. We have interest accrued from our loan funds, but none of these sources, none of them are available to us without our private sector investment. Our investors write checks each year to grow and diversify our economy. They provide these matching funds that enable us to apply for the grants and that enable us to apply for these program services and for loan capital. And their money is leveraged several times over, securing millions of dollars that we're bringing back into our community for various resources. Without their investment, we could not do this. GFDA investors, please stand and be recognized. Come on. Thank you. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to the GFDA team. This is your team of professionals that help with every aspect of business. So GFDA team members, as I call your name, please stand and stay standing, and we'll give the GFDA team a round of applause at the end. First off, I'd like to start with our small business development advisors. Deb McGregor, Christian Nichols, and Rich Gannon. They help businesses navigate startup, growth, and transitions. And Christian Nichols also spends half of his time as a brownfield advisor, helping evaluate real estate needs for environmental contamination and redevelopment. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our lending professionals. We have Jill Colas, Lisa Andis, Jennifer Goodover, Terry Clark, and Shandy Gebhardt-Jones, who provide gap and bridge financing, making deals happen that wouldn't otherwise happen. And they manage our growing loan portfolio that right now is about $38 million. Our Apex advisors, Shannon Clancy and Mariah Liebing, they help businesses increase their revenues by securing government contracts. Our business development team of concierges, Jake Clark, Anna Flees, Christian Linehauser, Nikki Davison, and Kristen Blue. They target businesses for our community. They work the leads as they come in, and they help move projects forward. Katie Carville is our storyteller, helping our clients to share their success stories and grow our reach. Jen Goldmeyer and Shawnee Seacombe secure resources to help us achieve our mission. Jana Williams takes care of our finances, Tracy Hagum aids in administration and management. I focus on team management and large projects. And you'll hear from Brett Doney, he's driving the bus. So thank you to the GFTA team for your hard work and your dedication. And I want you to stand so you know where they are so that you approach them as we continue through the morning. All right, so this morning, as I mentioned, we're featuring 29 projects. So we're gonna move fast. In fact, there's no, we don't get to hear from me between projects this time. We wanna make sure that we can listen to all of our speakers. So we've asked our speakers to line up in advance. And as before, we've asked the speakers for about 3 slides presented in about 3 minutes. So it's gonna move quickly. If you are parked in a paid parking spot, I know that Christian did a great job of having a QR code. Just remember 9 o'clock is when you need to use the app to feed your meter so you don't get a ticket. And with that, let's roll. I'm really excited to introduce the first speaker of today's lineup. We have Dr. Stephanie Erdman representing Great Falls College. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here this morning to share some exciting news with all of you. There we go. Great Falls College is part of the 10,000 Small Businesses in Rural America initiative by Goldman Sachs Foundation. In this program, existing entrepreneurs participate in an intensive multi-week program with like-minded business owners and receive one-on-one business advice to grow their businesses. And let me tell you folks, this program works. In existence for over 15 years. The program is 100% funded by the Goldman Sachs Foundation with 0 cost to the participants. The program boasts a 96% completion rate. The participants receive 12 weeks of intensive learning, networking, and membership, along with 10 hours per week of in-class instruction taught by experts from across the state of Montana. And upon completion, the small business owners in the program will ultimately develop a customized growth plan for their businesses to help secure funding for expansion. Great Falls College is just one of the many locations serving various regions across the United States. So many of the partner institutions have served urban area entrepreneurs in the past. Knowing that small businesses are the backbone of rural America. The last 2 years, Goldman Sachs began partnering with community colleges in rural areas of Arkansas, West Virginia, North Dakota, and now in Montana. Arkansas will coordinate the training for the Southern United States, West Virginia, the Eastern rural states, North Dakota, the Midwest, and Montana. Montana, we will be serving the Western rural United States right here out of Great Falls College. The first Montana cohort will be held this spring. We had 108 business owners applied, so I'm positive that we'll fill the 30 individuals that we need in that cohort. The next cohort will be somewhere in the rural Western United States. Goldman Sachs will tell us which one, and the new executive director of the 10,000 Small Businesses, the amazing Amy Thompson, who starts this Monday, will make the partner connections in that state. Why did they pick Montana as the Western hub for the 10,000 small businesses? Montanans, we have a strong entrepreneurial spirit. We have more entrepreneurs per capita than in any state in the United States. We have a strong 10,000 Small Businesses Montana alumni network with over 70 graduates from the national program right here in Montana. We have strong community college support of the program. Great Falls College is 100% committed to this program, as is the Montana University System. And here in Montana, we have a strong economy. We continue to grow and grow in Montana. with strong economic development partnerships like we have with the Great Falls Development Alliance team who operates CDFI. How can you help us successfully launch this business? We have a full-time position available for the 10,000 Small Businesses Program Manager to handle all of the participants and faculty logistics. If you go to this link for the details, be sure to let your friends know that we have this opportunity. If you're interested, get in touch with me, get in touch with Amy Thompson. We need to get this person hired. So thanks, everyone. This is such a great day. I hope you have fun. I am heading to spring convocation, so I'm going to have a blast. But before I go, who needs River Otter socks?
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and I am wearing a lot of but today I'm with the Montana Food Club. So who likes food? Who likes local food and thinks we should have more local food? All right, track. So Montana Food Hub is going to be based here in Great Falls. So a couple of things, I made a big slide. There's lots of stuff so you can take a picture because pretenses is long. But a food hub is just a place where food comes together, all the styles of food, and they look different all over. We're gonna do a food hub here. Phase one is getting all the food in one place and getting it out to the people who want it. So aggregation, distribution. And then it's a co-op. What's a co-op mean? It means it's owned by its members. Who's a member of a co-op that they know? Credit unions are co-ops, so that usually gets most of us. Okay, there we go. So we're creating a food hub co-op here, and we want to get local food from across the state into restaurants and grocery stores and into your place. So these are the type of members we're looking for. We did a fairly unique model where everybody gets to be a member in the category that makes most sense. So whether you're a food business, you purchase or grow food, or you manufacture a food product of some sort, or you want to, or you're just a consumer that goes, I just want to eat more local food and better food. We have a category for you. And you can join right online. We made it really easy. The members who are just our consumers, it's a $50 membership, just like if you the Bozeman Food Co-op. And that allows you to have access to all of it, and mostly at this stage to just support it. So like I said, phase one is aggregation, getting all the food, getting enough growers, getting it out to the businesses and people who want to eat that local food. And then we have plans for future phases where we can do manufacturing, food product development in-house, an incubator for food businesses, and a whole bunch of other sides of that, as well as foundational to co-ops is education. So we'll have teaching space available for people who want to teach food classes of any kind, and all of the training that you'll need to be able to start any side of this that you want to sell. So the QR code is here. I have to wear the helmet, like as soon as I'm done with this, I get to walk out the door, but there are flyers in the back. And right there is our GFDA person for this, and so she can answer most of the questions that I can. And thank you for your time.
Good morning, everyone. Ben Johnson, I'm the deputy commander at Malmstrom, and I'm excited to be here this morning. I want to thank, first of all of you for the support you guys get to Malmstrom every day. Whether it's the Development Alliance for putting this together, the Chamber of Commerce, Military Affairs Committee, the City Commissioners, the Mayor, Great Falls Public Schools. All of you do a great job in helping us feel like home in the area. And I also want to say I appreciate I was here last year and it was 30 below zero, so 40 degrees feels pretty good. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. I don't have any slides, so we'll just leave that one up there. You're welcome. I want to talk just three quick topics from an officer's perspective. Again, I talked about you guys give so much to us. Let me talk about what we do in the community, and we'll talk about impacts in FY24, future impacts, and then where we need some help. So over the last year, in direct and indirect impact to the local community, Malmstrom has total estimated annual impact of $435 million in the community. In addition to that, we do have some open construction on base in the weapons generation facility where if you're driving out towards Belt, you see the scaffolding out there. We spent about 138 million last year, and there's still about 360 million left on that project, which will be continuing over the next few years. Within the local community or schools, so it's not something you probably think about, but K through 12, we have 600 students within the local community, and that accounts to about $780,000 in federal aid school system used directly, thanks to the Malmstrom students being there. I'll throw this number out now, it's going to be relevant later, but Malmstrom, if you didn't know, we have about 3,300 active duty military members and about 700 civilians that work out there for a total workforce of about 4,000. And then that's where that money comes, both the indirect and direct money is the salaries we pay for those, the contracts we do in the local community and whatnot. What's coming in the future now? Future impacts. We'll talk about just the next 5 years. We have at least 6, well, counting the weapons generation facility, military construction projects going on in base, and it'll be built up over near where the flight line is. The flight line is closed. If you weren't aware of that, in 1995, base realignment closure closed the flight line. We still have helicopters over there, which contribute to the community as well. I think there was 5 times they were out saving people that got stranded out, whether it was Glacier or someplace else. But that's the aircraft we have on base. So we're building out our ICBM infrastructure, or intercontinental ballistic missile infrastructure, to the tune of 5 more military construction projects, totaling about $1 billion. So where I talk about that, not all that community or money will be right to the community, but there's going to be opportunities for the community to bid on subcontracts and things like that, whether it's construction type electrician, but there are opportunities for that. The other big elephant in the room is the Sentinel project. So if this may be news to some of you, we had Air Force Global Strike Command came out here both last spring and fall to talk about the new intercontinental ballistic system, missile system that's going to be replaced in Minuteman III, which we currently operate. Why do we need to do that? Well, since October 27, 1962, missiles have been on alert here at Malmstrom. It was Minuteman I in 62. Around 1970, replaced it with Minuteman III, and here we are in 2025, still operating Minuteman III. It's time for an upgrade. In 2020, the Air Force awarded a contract to Northrop Grumman. If you remember what was going on in 2020, it was COVID time, there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of prices had spiked. Because of that, the budget for Sentinel, what the original build was, reached a certain threshold by Congress, and we had to run the Nunn-McCurdy system, which basically means the Secretary of Defense has to go back and recertify Congress that there's still a need. And he did that last summer. So now we're looking at restructuring where it's going to go. What that means to you guys is what the start date is going to be may shift a little bit. We were expecting probably groundbreaking in 2027. Now we're not sure. We're working this spring to figure out what it's going to mean for us. If we're going to pull to the left, if we're going to push to the right a little bit, and hopefully by the April-May timeframe, we should have a little bit more fidelity, and we'll give you updates on that. The last thing I want to talk about is where we need help. So I mentioned about 4,000 people work on the base, and as you guys probably already know, housing is a challenge. For military family housing on base, we have about 1,150 units, and we have about 750 dormitories. My math isn't great, but that's about 1,900 out of 4,000. That math doesn't work, so we rely on the local community for that. I looked at a study that happened last spring, actually last year when I was here. I think we talked was 450 housing units showed for the next 10 years, and I think that was updated last summer to 650 housing houses showed each year. So hopefully we're going to hear a little bit more about that. That's where Malmstrom really needs help, because with these folks coming in, not all of them are going to live in the community, because some of them are going to be in workforce hubs, both in Great Falls as well as Earstown. But we do have some that will be here permanent party. The site acquisition task force is going to be at least 200 people for a 10 to 15 year period, and they're going to be living off the local economy. So with that, I think they're giving me the hook. So we don't do introductions, but I'm going to, because I can, so I have the mic. And so I want to say to my partner here, better looking but vertically challenged from up on the hill, Colonel Smith.
For a while with no slides. Well, as you said, I'm from Scottsdale, Wayne Manor, 123rd Wing, up at Gore Hill. So I'll let you read this. I'm not gonna read it. The mission statement of our unit. This is what we train for every day. You guys see us flying. We're doing this to train our airmen to deploy. I'll talk about deployment coming up here in a few seconds. We have 3 locations. We're right at 1,000 airmen, 1,001 to be exact, right now out of 1,014 authorized. We currently have about 50 at our Joint Force headquarters, which is in Howland, Montana. The Red Horse Squadron has right around 130, which are located up in Mount Square Air Force Base. And then the 120th Airlift Wing has the remainder, roughly give or take about 800 airmen up at the wing. This year we did really good recruiting numbers. We were down about 94% at the beginning of last year. We brought in a whole bunch of airmen this year. The good thing about it is there's a lot of bonuses and stuff like we offer a lot of people to get in. Some of our fuel truck drivers and stuff like that, up to $90,000 for listing. So we gave a lot of money, over $1 million out of bonuses this year for people listing. Big things that interest the community here is we were named about a year ago to be the first of the next 4 units to get J models, C-130J models, brand new right off the assembly line. They're $850 million worth of airplanes, and they start deploying in Great Falls next March of 26. So we'll actually go into conversion starting in October 1st of this year, which was like beginning of the fiscal year for us to go into conversion. We'll get the first of 8 airplanes starting in 4 in March of 26. We'll have all the airplanes by October of 26, hopefully. With that said, we have a lot of construction projects that happen. Before we start the conversion, we're going to deploy about 152 airmen back overseas for about a 4-month deployment, and then when they come back, we'll go right into conversion with the J model. So construction projects and stuff like that we have going on. Oops. Construction projects we have going on. Starting this summer, we have about $30 million worth of infrastructure changes for the J model. There'll be some add-ons to some of our hangars and some ramp construction. And then we will start a new main gate coming into the to our guard unit. And with that, we're also going to move our fuel cellars, store all of our fuel for the airplanes. Those 2 projects will be done around 2027. And then the next big project for us that we're trying to get on the books right now is actually a whole new hangar structure. We'll take the 2 hangars we have right now, combine them, move them over to a different area. And that's about a $250 million construction project over about the next 10 years. So we'll be competing a little bit with Maelstrom for support in building all these structures, but like I said, it should bring quite a bit of work between Maelstrom and the bank over the next couple of years in construction projects. So with that, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for all you do for us. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Everybody, for those of you who don't know me, I am Casey Husted. I'm an Assistant Senior Vice President at Benefits and here to talk to you about an exciting new project we'll be breaking ground on this spring. So Montana is experiencing one of the nation's fastest demographic shifts towards an older population. By 2030, it's estimated that about a quarter of our population will be age 65 and older. As you get older, you need to take care of yourself a little bit differently, but typically healthy, active seniors actively avoid seeking healthcare services. It tends to be complicated and scary and not something they want to deal with, so they just avoid seeking healthcare services altogether. We're really looking to totally change that model and change how seniors in our area in particular access their healthcare services by developing a dedicated healthy aging center. So it'll be an outpatient center that really serves as a one-stop shop, makes it easy to coordinate all of your different healthcare services, and help seniors in our area take a proactive role in managing their health so that they can age better, live healthier, live longer, keep doing the things they love. The center will have clinic space for geriatricians, geriatric behavioral health providers, audiology, visiting specialists. It'll have physical therapy services, lab services, care navigation services, healthy eating services. Really, you name it, we'll have the services in the building to really try to make a one-stop shop for our seniors. Here's a fun picture of the new building, a fun rendering. This building will be located east of our Women's and Children's Center along 10th Avenue South. So we're excited to be able to spruce up 10th Avenue South a little bit as well along the way. It'll be a 15,000 square foot single story building. And like I said, it'll be breaking ground this spring and it'll be east of our Lucy Children's Center along 10th Avenue.
Good morning, I'm Heath Hagan, I'm the general manager for KRTV. I want to talk to you a little bit about our transmitter project. For years, we've been receiving TV signals in this area via VHF signal. We're going to change that this year. We're going back to UHF, which is something from years gone by. One of the reasons for that is you get a better signal with UHF, and in the world of where we're all fighting for bandwidth, you can actually, it's an actual larger bandwidth signal than what we get on the VHF. I won't go too much into the science of it because that's going to bore everyone. But that is a look at what the transmitter will look like. That's actually the one we're installing in Billings right now. They're much bigger than what we currently have. In fact, it requires a whole new building to do it. So parent company has allocated about $3 million for the transmitter. The transmitter, like I said, will require its own building and upgrades. We are contracting with local companies. That includes Cascade Electric does a lot of our electric work, United Materials, involved, Water Construction, Northwestern Energy, G West, H&H Crane. I don't know, I can't remember them all right now, but there of that 2.9 million, it gets allocated out throughout the community. And really it's a commitment to Great Falls to continue over the air television for years to come for free. So why UHF? It's a more reliable signal, higher quality signal, less interference, better obstacle penetration. So if you live behind a hill or downtown, behind a building, those kinds of things, you've always had a little bit of trouble picking it up with your routers. Some of that will go away. And the technology is better suited for ATSC 3.0, which I know probably is TV speed, it's next generation TV. Project goals will be to improve the video quality, the audio quality. It will also allow for targeted advertising. You already get targeted advertising on your computer. When we go to next gen TV, ATSC 3.0, you'll get it on your TV as well. So if you are a male, 35 to 55, who likes sports and you're watching a basketball game, you will get an ad that is targeted to you. Your neighbor might be a female, 40 to 60, who likes sports. She gets a different ad. She can watch the same program, see a different ad than what you do. It will improve indoor reception. The completion is expected for this fall. And all of our Montana markets and overseeing projects and Billings and Helena are going this year. Will be done hopefully by the end of the year before Big Sky Conference football season starts again, so we don't have to get about that. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Sandra Thayers. I own and operate the O'Hare Inn, Clark and Millie's Restaurant, and more infamously, the Civilian Lunch. Thank you. I guess after 32 years of running that place, I'm bored and I need a new project. So coming in April, we are bringing you Sid's Pedal Trolley Tour. As most great business ideas start, I was having cocktails with friends. And we were talking about a pedal trolley that we had seen in a big city. And we said, you know what, we can do that. That was pre-COVID. We survived that 2.5 years of pure hell. And now we're back on track to review this pedal trolley. If you can't guess, SIDS stands for Sip and Dip. We will be offering a historical tour each afternoon. We'll be doing a 7-day-a-week pub trolley tour in the evening, starting about 5:30. And if it's popular enough, we're gonna do a later pub trolley tour at between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Hopefully, the website is live today. That's been a challenge. And you'll be able to start booking tickets the first week of February. We anticipate tickets are gonna be about $30. In addition to booking the entire trolley, you may also charter the trolley for special events. We are keeping the trolley within a 2.5 radius of downtown Great Falls simply because it is motor assisted, but it doesn't do well on the hills of Great Falls. By motor assist, I mean it goes a maximum of 5 miles per hour. And if you are pedaling or if you are buying a ticket, do expect that you are going to pedal. There are 14 seats on it. Of the 14, 5 are non-pedaling. That's for the young people and the old people. If you are able to pedal, you will pedal. I will make you pedal. And pedaling is work. Our tours, we will have designated pub stops. We will be going out for partners in that. So unless you charter it, you won't have your option of where you're going. We will have that set route every single night. For special events such as Mimosa Showdown, we'll be doing a hop on, hop off type of trolley tour. Where you'll just purchase a wristband and we'll just be going around downtown for the evening. Other than that, we hope to see you on Sid's Pedal Trolley Tours. It is a fully functioning trolley that we bought up in Calgary and had it called down here. It arrived in the cover of darkness at midnight one night. And thanks to Oxen Sons Towing for getting it off of the semi truck. We didn't know we had to do that part. So I hope to see you all starting in April on Sid's Pedal Trolley Tours.
Hey, good morning. My name is Jennifer Renault and I am excited to be here to talk about Thrive Cycle. We are an indoor cycling studio right here downtown. A little backstory, me and my family moved here to the Bitterroot in 2010 and I was introduced to indoor cycling and just fell in love with it and the community. And a year later, I worked up the nerve to audition to be an instructor and just fell in love with it all over again. Fast forward 2023, we moved here to Great Falls, no indoor cycling studio. So after a lot of family dinners and pep talks from my kids and the support at GFDA, shout out to Rich Gannon, I opened Thrive Cycle November 2023. So what is Thrive Cycle? We are a beat-based indoor cycling studio, so we ride to the beat of the music. We have 22 bikes and it's a dark room, no mirrors, very private, just a really supportive community. Our classes are 45 minutes and they're meticulously curated for all fitness levels. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or new to fitness, we have you, we got you covered. What I love most about Thrive Cycle is our community of riders. We have so many different men and women that come in. It's their first time and they absolutely love it. We support each other, we cheer for each other, we celebrate milestones. So I wanted to do a small clip of our 1-year anniversary party ride. So that was our 1-year party. We love confetti poppers. I wanted to bring one today, but I didn't think it was appropriate. Most important is that everyone's welcome. So this year we had the opportunity to move to a new space. We are expanding. Super excited. We're still downtown. We'll be off First Avenue South, right next to Hometown and Celtic Hellway. And Dan Reardon is the owner. He's been phenomenal. So this is the before. And we are still working. I have paint on my fingers. We don't finish painting. We're opening Monday, the 13th. Our first class is at 5:30. We are expanding our spin studio. We're adding a strength area to introduce strength training. And most important is we're adding a wellness lounge. We have an infrared sauna. Our riders are super excited, so really trying to just hit wellness and fitness in a comprehensive way. So you're more than welcome to stop by to see the final product. We'd love to ride with you, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, good morning, Great Falls business community. My name is Matthias Schalper. Normally you listen to my wife, but I guess this morning it's my turn. I'm the landlord of the Kellergeist Pub Theater. Have you all been there? Who hasn't been there yet? Oh my God, that's shocking. So, it has been a long time coming, but I promise you it is really happening now. We were at it for probably the last 6 years, remodeling, making the very, very small place we have at the front a bigger place, making it a bigger venue. Oh, at this point, I really want to say a thank you to the general community who has really supported us on this, in particular, our neighbors on the block, and the city planners who really led us along the complicated way, if you wish. So for you who don't really know what the Kellergeist is, it is a German Euro bar, if you wish. So there's like a European flair of sophistication, which I represent, obviously. And our aim is to pair really top-notch drinks, European or German really beers, our own original high-quality cocktails with really good, interesting, sometimes entertainment. And currently we run all that in a very, very small space, which is very intimate. A lot of people like that, and I can promise you again, the small place, the small space will stay just the way it was. Now, just to give you a couple of stats before I go, we will increase that small space, which is about 1,000 square feet, to 3,500 square feet. So it's probably a quarter. It will be a quarter of the Newberry. We increase our occupancy from, well, a guesstimated 20 people to maybe 120. And then the construction will be mostly fire suppression, or not, yeah. Good. Fire suppression, the facade, we will build a new bar and all that good stuff. And what you can expect from this new space is high-end entertainment. We will have obviously live music, we will have shows, I'm just saying burlesque. We will show films, we will have talent shows. It's going to be a great, fun place. And I want to end with our slogan, Kellergeist, always entertaining. See you later.
Hello, I'm Paul Herendeen from Clearwater Treatment Committee, and I'm here to tell you about our plans for the Old Hardee's on First and Park. But first, a little bit, thank you. First, a little bit about us. Clearwater Credit Union is a member-owned, not-for-profit financial cooperative headquartered in Missoula and serving just about the entire state of Montana. We came into Great Falls a couple of years ago, first co-locating in an Opportunities Inc. building and then recently moving into leased space right next to Fire Pizza. We are a mission-driven organization, and that mission is to be a force for good in banking, in the communities we serve, and in the lives of our members. And we extend that to our physical locations, to our branches. So what does that mean? As an example, this is a project that we're wrapping up in Butte right now. This is right in Uptown Butte and should be opening in a couple of weeks. We were right in the heart of the historic district of Uptown, and we worked really hard to be sure that our building fit into that context, that it was going to be a beautiful, durable, high-quality building. We worked closely with the community to implement their priorities, which included bringing some lights and liveliness to that corner, and also included building out the pedestrian infrastructure in accordance with their Uptown master plan. We used almost entirely local contractors. A few of them came from as far away as Spokane, maybe Helena, but mostly big contractors. And we were able to do all of this and still make the building net zero energy. And this is the approach that we want to bring to our site in Great Falls as well. We are going to deconstruct that Hardee's and stand up a new retail credit union branch. But we want to do more than that. We know that that is a really important, really high visibility site for downtown Great Falls. And we want to be sure that what we build fits into the downtown context, that it's a great building that reflects the architecture around us. We also want to be sure that we are implementing all the best practices for urban design and for the downtown master plan, for connection, pedestrianization, all of that. We are planning on beginning construction in the summer of 25. Should be about an 18-month build out. Our ballpark price on that, probably about $7 million bid, although early enough that whenever I ask anybody for a price, we just kind of do this. And it's very much in design. We're going through the design process right now. I didn't tell the architects I was going to show anybody this picture. This is basically what it's going to look like, but not exactly what it's going to look like. And we really want to hear from all of you, from the community. We want to know how we can make this building great, how we can make it something that's really going to contribute to downtown Great Falls, and how it's going to be a great building going into the future. So I'm going to stick around. I'm happy to talk to anybody, happy to hand out my contact information, and would love to chat about how we make this a really terrific project and really contribute to all the incredible energy that's going on in downtown Great Falls right now. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Caroline Goulet, and I'm with my team from the University of Providence. I am the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at the university. The Sisters of Providence have been educating nurses in Great Falls to meet the needs of the community since 1932. First at Columbus Hospital, then to the University of Great Falls, now the University of Providence. We keep wanting to address critical needs in the evolving healthcare landscape, and I'm happy to present two new concentrations for our Master of Health Administration, the health justice concentration and the community health investment concentration. And these two programs will really help healthcare leaders address complex health equity issues and keep improving community health outcomes. These programs are online and they're also available in certificates, not only part of concentration of our master's degree. Excited to also a new 3+2 dual degree programs in applied mathematics, where students will be able to achieve within 5 years a Bachelor of Arts in Applied Mathematics and a Master of Science in Data Analytics and Healthcare. This is a joint partnership with Touro University, and it will equip students with the skills to process and integrate healthcare data enhance patient care and operational efficiency in our healthcare system.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joel Blanco. And I serve as the president for student engagement and athletics. So I really don't have a lot of new information to share with you, but I did want to just talk briefly maybe about the impact of athletics here in Great Falls. So we have 325 student athletes from all over the country and the world. So for example, our freshman class this year represented 27 different states and 11 different countries. Those students come to the community, they perform well in the classroom. Generally, we have over a 3.0 GPA average across our athletics. Serve internships, and a lot of them stay as full-time employees, hopefully providing a good workforce for all of you. How many of you or your kids have been to an ARGO game? Okay, great. If you have not, I highly encourage you to check it out. We are putting some incredible athletes on the floor. Last year, we were second in the nation in women's basketball. We ended up 13th this year in volleyball with Bella Thompson earning All-American honors first team, which is impressive. And most recently, Erin Kajicki from our women's wrestling team beat the #1 wrestler in the country at any level. So she wrestled the #1 wrestler at D1 NCAA, who was at the University of Iowa, and beat her handily. So we're putting some good people out there. But finally, really want to say thank you to this community. We have over 50 corporate sponsors from Great Falls that support the University of Providence Athletic Department. And quite frankly, we just couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much. Hope to see you out at our ARGO contest, but really thank you for continuing to support us.
Joe, Michael Mulvey, University of Providence, I work with President on strategic projects. So I just want to lay the, I've got it there. So Providence 100 is our strategic plan, and it commits us to a whole series of improvements and initiatives across 3 areas. Academic excellence, already Caroline has told us about some of the exciting new programs that we have, and there's more to come. Student engagement, Joe talked about the ARGOs and the impact that they have showcasing Great Falls, and also the level of volunteering that they do here in the community. And Providence 100, it commits us to sustainability and viability to make us more affordable, make us more accessible. So why do we do all this? Well, we do it for many reasons, but let me give you a concerning statistic. In one of the high schools in Great Falls, the percentage of graduates that proceeds to university and higher education, it's in the low 30s, about 34%. At the end of this plan, Providence 100, a higher percentage of high school students from the city will be in university education and further education. And the workforce in Great Falls will be better trained. This will improve the lives and communities of the people here and make the city even more attractive for new investment and make the job of the Great Falls Development Association even easier. That's why we do this. Go ARGOs!
Good morning, everybody. That's me. And I can promise you that I am not the only thing new at Great Falls Hospital and Great Falls Clinic, but I am Mark Robinson. I am the new Chief Executive Officer of the clinic and the hospital, and I cannot thank this community enough for the exceptional, really the more than exceptional welcome that I have felt since transitioning here in October. I come from a rich history of healthcare administration background, mostly in the East Coast, but once I moved to the Mountain West and spent some time in Salt Lake, I said I'm never going back. And to be able to be welcomed like you have to this community, to this hospital, to this healthcare community that we are so blessed to have has been fantastic. But I promise you, I'm not the only thing new coming to Great Falls. So quickly, I think it's important to reflect really fast. And this slide here is a testament to the commitment of Great Falls to the hospital and to the clinic. There has been an exponential growth over the last 4 years that continues to allow us to invest in this community, to invest in you, to invest in the health and wellness so that we can make sure and get up and support this community every single day. And I'm certainly proud of the greatest with 30% growth. And, you know, unfortunately, people get hurt and injured, but our ER is here for you and waiting for you to care for you and get you back on your feet as soon as possible. And so again, thank you for this. We want to make sure people stay well, but when they don't, you have called upon us and we have met that call, and I appreciate it. So what's new? That volume that you saw, the increased number of encounters that we have with people allow us to reinvest, allow us to understand what you need in this community, what we all need to, again, to stay on our feet. And quite frankly, 2 of these robots do help us stay on our feet and help us walk. We have a Da Vinci robot. We have a ROSA robot, which helps with total knee joint surgery. What is coming in the month of January, this month, is right there in the middle of the Mako robot. So an application that helps our surgeons be as precise as they possibly can when you and or your family members need a new hip, need a new knee, need a partial knee, partial, you know, things like that. So from an orthopedic perspective, and I'm excited about the Benefit Senior Center because we're happy to accommodate those older folks that need knees and hips also in the future. So we certainly appreciate any partnership we can have there. And we're just excited to reinvest in this community from a technological perspective so that the care that we give is always the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm gonna need that machine, something. Good morning. I'm Sherry Airy, the Executive Director for NickleWorks Great Falls. 2025 marks our 45th anniversary in serving our community. We're excited about some of the big projects and opportunities in the next year, and we're here to share with you a few of those today. After a year-long process working with USDA Rural Development and the National Park Service, our 124-acre Highland Project land at 33rd and 13 is on track again for our phase 1 and phase 2 development as we work with TD&H. We will be developing lots to continue our successful owner-built homes program, for which we have created over 175 homes since 2005, as well as creating much-needed single-family lots for area builders to purchase. The size of the land will also allow us to create space for other housing models, partnerships, and developing more multifamily homes, much like our Rockcrest apartments. We are also pleased to inform you that NickleWorks Great Falls has been approved by the state as a designated community reinvestment organization as part of the Workforce Housing Initiative created from House Bill 819 in the 2022 legislative session. We, along with NickleWorks Montana, will serve 21 communities with our primary area of service being Cascade County and 6 other counties in the Golden Triangle. These one-of-a-kind funding allocations by the state are aimed to address the need for workforce housing in our communities for families making up to $110,000 or 140% of the area median income, truly targeting the missing middle. This financial assistance program will help qualified homebuyers for up to 30% of the total purchase price of the home and create a revolving loan fund that will aid our counties for years to come. The program also requires the CROs to provide a dollar-for-dollar match of the state funds. For Cascade County alone, this will make a total pool of over $6 million. You will be hearing more about the program and the opportunity to invest in the matching funds in the weeks and months to come. We expect the loans to be available by the end of the summer or early fall. And any realtors or lenders who are interested to know more about this program, please contact me. Then finally, the Bats Block Apartments update. After several years of planning, we broke ground in October of 2023, and now we're nearing completion of this unique project that is only one of 3 projects of its kind in the state that addresses homelessness with wraparound services and helping housing insecurity in a holistic way. The 1913 building has been redeveloped with our partner Homeward out of Missoula, but has been a true community-based project. Working with B Spark as our architect team and Guy Tobacco as our general contractor, utilizing a majority of the local labor force to revitalize this historic building. We have to give a shout out to Great Falls Development Alliance for the Brownfields funds, along with Cascade County and the ARPA funds as some of the first dollars into this large project. Also to the City of Great Falls for helping us with the home funds that were designated for projects like this to make it all possible. Slide 2 shows some of the renderings of the first floor designated to provide the much needed wraparound services with our partner Opportunities Inc., who will provide and coordinate all the services and with other local providers. This will help us create a homes and a new path for those that will live here. Slide 3. This project has maximized a large stack of funding, beginning with the award of a $5 million housing tax credit and another $2 million for federal and state historic tax credits. This not only makes the project possible, but has also eliminated debt once it opens, so all funds generated will go to the services. The project alone has added almost $12 million to our local economy and hopes to provide relief to those working with the unhoused. We will begin the lease-up process in June and July, a little bit later than we had hoped. If you are interested in knowing more about this project, how it was financed, or housing tax credits, please contact me. See, I need that in the shade.
Hey, guys. It's me. My town, man. For those that are new, or for those that are looking at investing in this community, after being a Great Falls resident for a year and a half, she's easy to love. Easy to love, and I can tell you this is our moment. And I can tell you we are just getting started. I need all of you to take out your phones. I need all of you to take out a picture of that QR code, because the future belongs to those who plan for it. And right now, the city of Great Falls is participating in a massive effort to update its 20-year plan for the future. So everything we're hearing today, all of these projects, all these great innovations, new jobs and new services coming to our community, those are the fruits of thoughtful, curious, innovative, ambitious planning efforts. And the soul of it comes from our community. Public engagement. You may have heard me refer to this effort as the People's Plan, and that's exactly what it is. So our team has been hosting a whole bunch of different public engagement activities where we've been going out to the public and educating about this effort. But during the last week of January, we're actually going to be hosting a series of open houses both during the afternoon and during the evening for all of you to come out and tell us what you want our community to be. We will also be producing a comprehensive survey that will be available online or in paper that you can complete to tell us the kind of Great Falls that you want it to be. It's only going to be 35 questions. And you're like, I don't like that. What I learned about Great Falls is you do like prizes though. So thank you to our local businesses and also the city. By completing that, you can get some coffee at Buffalo Plum. You can maybe get a pass to our Aim High Big Sky Center, or what I like to refer to as the grand prize. I know all of you love our parking program. I know you brag about it. I know you're excited to renew your parking at 9. One of the prizes will be a golden ticket of free parking downtown for 1 year. I know. So take the quiz, take the survey, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to my co-project lead, Elena Magandero, right there in the back. And we are happy to educate you all about the growth policy. And with that, I'm here to introduce our Public Works Director, Chris Scott.
All right, so what the heck is the public works director here for? Couple things. Does anybody, I noticed the theme of this thing is ignite. So what do you need to ignite fire, right? You need fuel, you need a flame source, etc. Well, I kind of like to think of us as the fuel. Because you can't ignite anything in this city without the public works. Does any business out there in some way not rely on water, sewer, streets, etc.? I didn't see any hands. I didn't think I would. So how do we provide that basic of infrastructure for you all to ignite and move on with all the aspirations that we're talking about? Number one, we have our public works team, 137 people that basically enables everything that happens in this city of 60,000 people and multiple commercial businesses, educational facilities, hospitals, etc. We maintain a public infrastructure that's valued somewhere over $3 billion. If we were to rebuild it today, it'd be over $3 billion. That's pretty significant. What does it take to maintain that infrastructure? It takes a lot of money. You know, our annual budget is, over $60 million a year. And then every year we also invest in long-term infrastructure projects. For example, our capital improvement program. We have a few examples here that I won't read out to you, but for FY26, we're looking up, over $30 million in projects. Now, the good thing about that is that a lot of that money comes to Great Falls, or at least in Montana. So we try to keep it Great Falls and Montana. So we are the backbone. The mayor's here. I don't know the mayor's here, but I still want to disclose to the bottom of the slide. Brock talked about the growth policy. Really looking forward to that. So we've got some tough issues to work through that we're working through with the city planning staff and some developers on some of these tough issues to solve. Stormwater, that's basically trying to control nature. How do you do that? Very hard. It's very expensive, especially in Great Falls with clayey soils where the water just runs. It doesn't filter through the soil like it does in like a tolerated load. I look at public works as a nonprofit service. We try to run it like a business without a profit. Our shareholders are the ratepayers, both residential and commercial, like many of you out here, both residential and commercial. So we got to invest that money appropriately for the both short term and the long term. So currently we are over leveraged. I'll show you an example of streets, for example. Flashback to 1970. Great Falls is this circle here, 70,000 or 60,000 people roughly. And here was our street network. The number of miles of streets was about this. What happened since 1970? Population went like this. In the meantime, the streets built out to here. And where's our population today? Well, it has recovered back to 1970 level, but our street network is still out here. How do you pay for that? How do you pay for more infrastructure than you need? And that's why I'm excited about the growth policy. I'm hoping it can guide us and growing. Does it have to increase in area? Do we need to expand the boundaries of Great Falls? Or do we just need to grow more solid or dense, which increases more customers and more ratepayers to help pay for that infrastructure? Okay. You good? Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, I am Christy Scott and I am the Executive Director of the History Museum and Research Center. That's brought to you by the Cascade County Historical Society, an organization that was formed in the 70s. It's an exciting time for cultural tourism in North Central Montana. And I'm just so grateful to be here to tell you about our part in that. In 2022, we applied for some of the ARPA funds, and if you don't know what that is, it's the American Rescue Plan Act. And the county commissioners thought our project was a good one. There was over $14 million in ARPA funds put into Great Falls, Cascade County. And about 18% of that, which is small, specific, community-minded grants, ours being one of them, and ours being one of the smaller ones. Yet this $121,000 that our county commissioners decided the project was worthy of grew into $1 million remodeling project. Our home is on Machinery Row, and we are in the International Harvester Tractor Supply Store building, built in 1928. It's actually the perfect place for our museum and archives. It's 3 floors, 40,000 square feet, close to downtown. There's a freight elevator to bring wagons and air horns from the Cold War era into the building so we can take care of our unique history. Everybody loves Lewis and Clark, our boy Charlie Russell, but there's more to Great Falls. Everything from the fire department, which is one of the earliest unions in the nation, to the history preserved in the Ursuline Western Province records that we now house at the museum. Our building really is a reflection of who we are as a community. It's strong, resourceful, and long-lasting. So we've been in this structure for 25 years of our 50 years, and it was time for an upgrade. We put in the parking lot, we did the passenger elevator, we fixed the roof, fixed the electricity, moved all of our belongings there from the library and Paris Gibson Square Museum of Art, and we have flourished. So in this project, we were able to take ARPA funding as a springboard, which positioned us well to write a grant to the Montana Historic Preservation Program. And we were awarded $340,000 through that program. And all of that comes from the bed tax. Again, cultural tourism is on the rise. We want to be a part of it. It's bringing people north to spend their money in Great Falls and across our county. So in this project, we remodeled the second floor and went far beyond the climate control, which is what we pitched for the ARPA funds, to take better care of records that were really important to the county. This is a picture of the research room. Again, we have a 40,000 square foot building. We were able to double the size of the research building and take it from kind of an outdated, dusty space. We tore up all the carpet, refinished original floors, and these really cool marks from the days of the Tractor Supply store. We got new energy efficient lights, all new windows going on. And then that window wall in the background there, that's an original architectural feature of the building. You could look into the storeroom when you're there shopping for your implements at the dealership. And we decided to turn that to a visible vault. What's that, you say? A visible vault is visible storage for museum collections. Not a novel idea, but to my knowledge, it's certainly the only one in Montana that's built off of a research room. And I haven't seen anything like it across the country. I've seen a lot of other types of visible storage, but this is very unique and also utilized our building. So just wanted to show you before, and I want to entice you to come in and see the after, which is very similar to the architectural rendition. We have some finishing touches to put on this spring. But again, the history preserved here is original, it's rare, and our services welcome the public to research, and we engage students with primary materials. Since Helena's building their new research center, we're seeing an influx of folks coming to visit us from universities. So come and see what's going on at the History Museum, join some of our public programming, and be a part of the cultural tourism as rising tides raise all boats. Thank you.
All right, I was told as a PSA that if you have not paid for your parking, now is the time. My name is Scott Measner. I'm speaking today as a partner and managing partner of MBAR Inc. It's a group of 6 investors that got together just over 7 years ago now and opened N-Bar, and we haven't really stopped since. So we own the Block Bar and Grill. We recently, this past spring, opened SideQuest Arcade and Big Dipper Ice Cream. And then because we weren't busy enough in the summer, I got the call. A lot of you know me. I've worked been with the Great Falls Voyagers for almost 15 years now. Vinny Papura, who had owned the team for the last 20 years, came to us and said, "Hey, I got to sell." And for those of you that don't know, baseball has gone through some crazy changes over the last handful of years, from de-affiliation to COVID to all sorts of things like that. And we had a couple bids come in pretty quick from other cities around the region to take our team from Great Falls. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with my summer? So I went to our partners and I said, "Hey guys, I know we're just starting to figure out these downtown businesses. How would you like to spend another couple million and keep baseball in Great Falls, even though we'll never make money in this business?" And they said, "Let's do it." So we are very excited that it's over 60 days ago now, we purchased the Great Falls Baseball Club and are now keeping the Voyagers here and locally owned. Just a couple quick stats. We are the last locally owned professional baseball team in the Pioneer League and one of less than 5 left in the United States. Great Falls is also the smallest metro area with a professional baseball team in the United States of America. And the only reason we can do that, besides my 5 crazy partners that are willing to do this, is this community. The support from the business community is what keeps us alive, what allows us to keep professional baseball. This is your stadium. It's the city-owned ballpark, and without us, the cost of the city would be pretty expensive. So a huge shout out to, before I go, to the Great Falls Development Alliance. They were our lending partner to help us pull all of this off and help us put together a plan as we reinvest for the next handful of years. Immediately, you will see we've renovated all the offices. We turned some old storage rooms into more offices. We're hiring more staff. So it won't just be me you'll see around the ballpark anymore. There'll be a lot more full-time folks around there as we integrate the downtown and the ballpark and all that fun stuff. But we're very excited. Our sales campaign just kicked off with our staff starting today. So if you are not a partner, you will be getting a call from Colin, Chris, or myself here shortly. And we're excited to see everyone in May as we see a kind of renovated and updated stadium. But we're very excited to keep professional baseball here. Huge shout out to Brett and the GFTA, and we look forward to seeing everyone in May.
Hello. My name is Scott Farrell, and with Wagons West Management, and currently own and operate 9 pizza ranches, 4 here in Montana, and the 5th will be Great Falls. I know this kind of feels like deja vu all over again. I was up here last year, and I told everybody that we would have a pizza ranch in 2024. This may be shocking to some of you that have been opening businesses, growing a business, but things that not work out exactly as we hoped. So we are all set this year. We will be opening guaranteed. We have our building permits approved. We've got a general contractor, and we're ready to go and start construction in a few weeks. Now, the slide up there says it's going to be done in spring. Our construction people, our owners, everybody's a little bit nervous about the spring thing, but I did tell them that spring doesn't end until June 20th. So hopefully, so we're going to be 12 to 15,000 square feet. This is our largest project so far. We will be in the Joanne Fabrics space. How many people have been to Pizza Ranch? Not enough. Okay. Anybody been to the one in Helena? Billings? Okay, this is gonna be much bigger than both of those. So we are a buffet style restaurant. We offer, obviously pizza, but we're more well known for our chicken. So, we will be, having an arcade as well. This is a drawing of what it's gonna look like, the front and back, and we're gonna utilize the back as the front of our location, just like Joey Fabrics did, because there is no parking up front. That's what it's gonna look like. We have Fun Zone Arcade. If you've been to Helena or our buildings, this will be approximately 4 times larger than the arcade that we have in Helena, and about 3 times larger than the one we have in Billings. So we'll have over almost 6,000 square feet of games for all ages. We'll have over $1 million worth of games in there. Great redemption center. And along with that, we have a place for the community. We have party rooms, so you can reserve party rooms. We have a massive room that'll seat over 100 people. So if you want to have a team meeting or an event, we can do it. Pizza Ranch, the history started back in the Midwest in Hull, Iowa. It wasn't until recently that it started a little over 10 years ago in Montana and brought it out here. It is now we have over 200 locations. In over 100 of those locations will have the arcade. We are a Christian-based organization, and we want to give every guest a legendary experience. That's it. Oh, we will have beer and wine, unlike the rest of the restaurant.
Oh, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. My name's Bill Hunt, I'm from Shelby. I promised my 12-year-old daughter this morning before I left Shelby that I would wear the shirt she got me for Christmas. I don't think you can see it very well because of my 6-pack here probably. But it says, without looking at your smartphones, it says Jonesy surviving aboard the Nostradamus with 9 lives. Who can tell me the reference to that? Yes.
Alien.
Very good. Was that Alien or Alien 2? It's a trick question. There is no Alien 2. It's called Aliens. All right. My background is in law, military, large projects, project management. So I'm exactly suited to run a movie theater. So they take the Roxy. It was owned by a company called Polson Theaters until 2019, and then they abandoned it. And it sat in downtown Shelby for the last 5 years, decayed. The lights still work, kind of. The Roy Theater, I got a friend of mine named Roy, he's all excited about this. So it kind of works, but it's abandoned, it's become a pigeon haven. So in 2002, this summer, the owners finally were willing to sell it. They were using it to secure loans. They were finally willing to sell it. 2019, myself and a couple other people started planting the seed for the city of Shelby to be able to acquire this. We steered some money from donations to the city. 2019, they were finally able to use those donations to acquire the Roxy, put on a new roof, and do some upgrades to the electrical. They also acquired other grants, things like that, and we are fixing it up. We hope to be open in about 5 weeks. I keep saying the end of January, that's not going to happen. So there we are, we're a 501c3 with the Roxy Theater Group Inc. The city of Shelby is going to lease it to us. We have 6 permanent trustees and 1 high school student. Okay. So in this project, the numbers, I lost track of the numbers. I'm guessing we're probably into about $600,000 now. The money guys worry about that stuff. We have used sand and paint out of Great Falls, Northern Plains Electric, R4R Construction. They're working on our facade right here. And that has changed immensely. That picture of R4R Construction right here was taken on New Year's Day. He's out there, it's single digit weather, he's out there working. This is our local contractor doing the back tile work. And there's my daughter and her friend, they're standing next to the speakers behind the screen. We have a great theater out of Seattle. They are installing their sound and projectors, are working on that today. And you can't really see it, but there's 2 large speakers, quite a bit bigger than those, and a board on top of it. And technically, we refer to them as the BFS. There's 3 of them back there. So we got 3 BFS back there. Anyway, so right here, projector and sound. I got word, I got text, and I got photographs on my phone 20 minutes ago. They just moved the BFP upstairs. This projector is huge. It is much bigger than those speakers down there, about 400 pounds. Guys hauled it up this morning, projector room. It's set up. We hope to have it working by the end of the day. I gotta run to Office Max and get a new computer for it. Okay, so we're also using, I forgot to mention, we're using CAT graphics out of Great Falls to redo, you can't really see it here, redo the facade. The marquee, we're gonna change that to LED, red LED, they're doing that. Okay. All right. So when I think of small town, I grew up in Chester and Helena. When I think of small town, what makes a small town? Cinema, bowling alley, tasty freeze, parks, those sorts of things make a small town. And this project, I mean, downtown Shelby is dying. And there's a lot of decay there. This is a great community project. The city put its, no investor is going to come in and do this. This is a money loser. But the city's bringing in money. It's going to revitalize downtown. I'm learning about Facebook and social media and feeding the outreach. We posted a video 2 weeks ago. It now has 132,000 views. I checked it yesterday. We have followers from around the world who generated all this excitement. Facebook and social outreach, social media outreach is huge. We have also received a lot of help and support from Newberry. One of the trustees and I came down with Scott Reasoner. He gave us a tour of the Newberry, gave us a lot of great ideas and offered help. One of the things we want to do is get into live performances. Sorry, my time. She's getting the hook. All right. Okay, we also plan to install stage live performances and reach out to the region, including Canada. Doug?
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good morning, everybody. So I am Susan Luperell. I am here representing the Margaret Robin Jones College of Nursing out of Bozeman. Can I get a go, Cats? So sad about Romy and I had another great season. So this is my 4th year here, and this year we have some really exciting updates. Just to orient people, the Margaret Robin Jones College of Nursing is actually located in Bozeman, but we have 1,200 students in that college. 700 of whom are at the junior level, senior level, or in graduate school. And so to accommodate all of that clinical need, our students at the junior level are dispersed across the state into 5 campuses, including Great Falls. And Great Falls is actually the oldest campus. We were established in 1937. And we're currently located on the Benefis West Campus, and we've been grateful to the community. Here in Great Falls, we currently house
We currently have 80 students. We graduate statewide for the state and for our community and do our 300 students, and out of Great Falls, we currently graduate 48 students. That's important because the average beginning salary for a registered nurse is about $70,000 to $75,000. That's good spending money. We have a lot of young people who end up staying in the state. 80% of our graduates do stay in the community and in the state, so we're very proud of that. These are some of the programs we offer, if you're not familiar. One thing I do want to highlight is about 2 years ago, we started a direct entry program for any high school, Montana high school graduate who's interested in a nursing program. A degree through us is guaranteed a slot in our program. And I should say, we're one of just 3 programs in Great Falls offering nursing. So University of Providence, Great Falls College, and us, we're all collectively trying to make sure we meet the nursing needs of the future for our community and our region. And we have good working relationships among all of our programs. So we offer the undergraduate, we offer master's degrees, and then we also produce family nurse practitioners and psychiatric nurse practitioners. So an update, as many of you know, several years ago, we got the most historic, largest gift ever given to a college of nursing in the country, with $101 million from Mark and Robin Jones. And with that money, we've been able to expand our scholarships. So we now offer $40,000 scholarships to our students, increased with that. We also, I'm happy to report, we're able to start a new nurse midwifery program. That was one of the goals of Mark and Robin Jones. Montana has some of the worst maternal child outcomes in the country. They're abysmal, near the bottom of the pack. And so the goal here is to improve those outcomes. And we launched that program and enrolled 8 full-time students in fall, this past fall. The goal, of course, for those students would be, those graduates would be to go and practice in our most rural, underserved communities to improve those outcomes. So we're really excited about that. The biggest update here is, as you know, with this money, we're able to build from the ground up 5 new buildings for each of our campus sites. This is the building in Great Falls. It has broken ground. It's a $16.5 million capital investment. Cushing Terrell have been our local architect partners. Sletton is the general contractor, and there are many, many subcontractors from the local community and the region working on this project. So I included this picture. This is from, actually, you can see grass and trees there. So this is from early fall. And so those shovels went into the ground in late spring, I think, or April, May.
Yeah.
So this picture is several months old, but I did this so you can orient you. It's located in the 1700 block of 29th Street South. So off screen to the left would be Central Catholic High School. Off screen to the bottom would be Great Falls Clinic and Grandview. And then off screen to the right would be Benefice. And so you can see Toro up in the kind of upper left-hand corner. We've developed a good working relationship with Toro. We're having our nursing students on our medical students do collaborative educational exercises. So that's been a great thing as well. So this is our update. It's all fully encased now. They're doing internal work. It's beautiful to see. It's going to be state-of-the-art classrooms and simulation centers. So I would just like to say thank you to this community for welcoming our students. Our students do get their clinical experiences and then provide care to the members of our community as a part of that in both the local hospitals, in almost any outpatient setting that has needs that you can imagine, not only in Great Falls, but all the way up to the high ones. So we're grateful for your support. So thank you all very much.
Good morning. I'm Maggie McDaniel. I'm representing Calumet and Montana Renewables. While I've spent all 13 years of my career with Calumet, the first 12 were spent in Shreveport, Louisiana. I actually relocated here last May to be the operations manager of the Montana Renewables assets here in Great Falls. So as most of you probably know, in 2022, the Great Falls Refinery celebrated 100 years of operations. And that is also the same year that Montana Renewables actually came online. It's Calumet's answer to position the refinery for another 100 years of operations. So while there are a lot of renewable refineries throughout the country, Great Falls is really unique. When it came online, we were producing sustainable aviation fuels, which you may hear called SAF. And so by virtue of actually producing it at all, it makes us the #1, the largest producer of SAF in North America. So we think that's really cool. And we think that's a point of pride for Great Falls. So what is sustainable aviation fuel? It's essentially taking feedstocks that are considered, we know oil and gas today, fossil fuels, it's petroleum that comes out of the ground, right? Sustainable aviation fuel is made out of feedstocks such as camelina, beef tallow, things of that nature, things that are considered sustainable that have a much lower carbon footprint than traditional fossil fuels. And so that is what, when you hear SAF, that's what we're talking about. And so the next phase of Montana Renewables is actually, we are calling it MaxSAF. And the goal is to produce 150 million gallons per year and then 300 million gallons per year. So this will be a phased project over the course of several years. And by getting to that 300 million gallons per year, we expect to not only, just be, because there will be other projects that come online across the country. And by doing this, we will cement ourselves as a global leader for years to come, rather than just because we came online first. So we're very excited about that. It's going to continue to maintain about 300 jobs locally, and continue to keep this refinery in business for the next 100 years. So that's our update.
Hello, my name is Tara Johnson Strong. Thank you for allowing me to be here today to speak to you guys. I realized that in my speech I say we at times, so I better explain who the we is. At Fifth and Wine, my dad and I are partners in that, and then I'm partners with my mom, Paula Tronson, at Vintage Cellars, and we also have Buffalo Blanc. I'm going to talk about a little bit today too, with my sister Whitney Sunwell and Kathy Tronson and Mark Tronson. So look forward to telling you guys a little bit about this. First, I'd like to share some insights about Vintage Cellars. It's been around since 2000, and we had the opportunity to purchase it in 2020. And what a year that was to purchase a business. We bought it for 3 main reasons. So first, we saw it as a valuable asset to the Great Falls community. Second, there's really no other dedicated craft beer shops in the area. Although we did have a fantastic specialty wine shop with the wine. And third, we bought it with the experience in retail and beer sales, which we felt would be beneficial to grow that business. We decided to embark on a new journey and that's why I'm here today. We'll be moving to the West Bank Plaza because we believed the location would be greater exposure and foot traffic. Let's face it, people just don't want to wander in stores the way they used to. So having a visible storefront in a beautiful plaza is the perfect way to share our amazing shop with the public. Not only that, the West Bank Plaza is a wonderful addition to Great Falls and houses like-minded businesses that can help support us through referrals. And one of the most exciting partnerships is the local hotels. I think they have about 750 rooms every night, and I suspect that a lot of them will come to our store. And so that's going to help boost our visibility even further. Before I wrap up, we're looking forward to becoming one of the most diverse and accessible craft beer shops in Great Falls with a wine variety that you can always rely on for something that you'll love. And we're also excited to continue collaborating with other businesses and growing strong, lasting partnerships. There's a real opportunity to educate people about wine and beer, and we hope to be the go-to source in that area. We're so eager to serve Great Falls and I encourage you all to stop by in the next week and a half as we'll be opening then. Before I wrap up, I'm grateful to the GFTA to give me an extra opportunity to talk about another project we're actually launching today. It opened at 6 a.m. I'm thrilled to announce the opening of our brand new coffee bar and gift shop, Buffalo Blanc, at the Great Falls Clinic Hospital. Whether we're serving doctors, a nurse, a patient, or a family member, we're excited to create a warm and welcoming space where they can recharge, relax, and feel connected to the community. So thank you so much for your time today. This is such an honor, and I'm among some of the greatest people in Great Falls. I appreciate you guys.
Hello all, this is Elisa. I'm councilwoman for Little Shell Chippewa Tribe, and I'm here to talk about our project. 3 weeks ago on the anniversary of the Little Shell Tribe's federal restoration, the tribe announced plans to build a destination resort on Mount Royal. I've had several people ask me where Mount Royal is, and most of you do already know where it is. It's just known by its moniker, Hill 57. So you see where the GF right here is? That kind of gives you an idea of where this is going to be built. You know where the GF on the hill is? The tribe is thrilled to be proposing this project. The positive feedback we received from the state and local community has been overwhelming. In the past year, I've had dinner evenings with two dynamic Great Falls women, both independently stating Little Shell should build an event center. Although plans were already in the works, I just had to smile and say, that would be a great idea. So, Jolene, Rebecca, Little Shell has done its due diligence. Our pre-planning includes several out-of-pocket studies, as well as architectural plans from a firm that specializes in these types of projects. We want to create a welcoming space with lots of windows and lots of natural light. Feasibility, environmental, and economic studies have given us the detailed analysis of several aspects of this development. The Little Shell Resort was cleared by the FAA and will have no impact on the flight patterns at the U.S. Great Falls Airport. And then Monster gave us the thumbs up that it will impede their airspace. The federal application process with the BIA, which is the Bureau of Indian Affairs, will be our next step, making it 2 to 4 years before the shovel hits the dirt. But if you know anything about the Little Shell Tribe, you know we're really good at waiting. The destination resort will drive tourists along with their wallets to our neck of the woods. Okay, our neck of the woods. And it tourism increases the tax burden in every Montana household by $930. Thoughtful consideration has been given our neighbors. Structures will be built on the west side of the property, so they will not be visible from the home below. To eliminate traffic in residential neighborhoods, the access to the resort will be off Stuckey Road. Little Shell has invested in long-term success of this project. Profits from this development will go to create tribal government jobs and help support the tribe and make Little Shell self-sufficient. Rest assured, Little Shell is an employer who will not close up shop and move elsewhere. We are historically connected to Mount Royal, this community. Our headquarters are here in Great Falls. Although I'm here to talk about the future, I would like to visit the past. During the 2020 pandemic, Little Shell created a COVID relief program for nonprofits. We were months into federal restoration and had very little money, but we wanted to give back to our community. Little Shell granted $204,000 to nonprofits in Montana, with $104,000 of grant monies going to here in Great Falls. These nonprofits include Great Falls Food Bank, Family Connection, Salvation Army, and others. In 2022, Little Shell opened the doors to their tribal health clinic. The PIA told us it would be 40 years before we have a healthcare facility. We did it in 4. The services the clinic offers is medical, dental, vision, and pharmacy, and our lab will be up and running shortly. Last year, we opened the Vision Center, which houses our food pantry and food stopper 241. Incidentally, Michigan is the Chippewa words for food. A project near and dear to my heart was the powwow. The arbor was completed last August, 1 week prior to our annual powwow. By the way, you're all invited August 22nd to 24th, so hope to see you all there. And the arbor is, if you saw the GF where it is, it's just northwest of where the proposed build is going. Little Shell has several other projects in the works. We will be breaking ground our ceremony center this spring. This design will include a meeting space and commercial kitchen that will be available for rental. Red Shield 8 Nations is an inpatient substance abuse facility that we're going to build just out of town. It's a 32-bed healing center, and we're working in conjunction with the other tribes in the town. A year from now, we'll be starting our housing project. We have been approached by several people about various types of bills. But Little Shell is adamant about stick-built homes. We are not interested in cookie cutter. We want to include different roof lines, so it looks like a neighborhood by the house. Little Shell is beyond excited for the proposed Little Shell Event Center and Resort. We look forward to working with our community partners. Let's all grow Great Falls together.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Doyakos. I'm from Shoto, and I'm super excited to introduce my new venture. Paperless Docs Online just launched this year. We are a new service to help businesses, people, and organizations declutter from paper. Anyone works with me on Lions Club or Dinosaur Center up in Bynum, I hate paper, I hate getting paper, I hate keeping paper. We want people to become paperless because paper management can be time consuming and expensive. Lots of staff hours are spent tipping through files and cabinets looking for stuff. And our goal is to make your file cabinet no longer bound by space. It'll be accessible anytime, anywhere. We've made the starting of your journey to become paperless simple. I've got a new service that I'm launching right off the bat, where you can just get a prepaid label from us and send me about a ream of paper, and we'll take care of it for you right then and there. Our approach is built on making it simple, and our core offering is the fit in the box, like I just talked about. And the flat fee will get you the medium rate box label, and mail it out to me, and we'll start scanning your stuff and have it ready for you to access anywhere. We use a tailored document management system for your files. It's bespoke to your business, to your organization. And we can either do it in the cloud where you can access it from anywhere, or we can set it up on site for you so that you can access it from within your network. No one can get into it from outside. Once we scan, we put it into our system where our intelligent automations analyze each file to ensure that they have the right name, the transcription is correct, and it's tagged correctly so that you can easily find all of your documents in just a few keystrokes. We handle everything from receipts to oversized books and even maps with our scanners. You can search every word of every document and get the documents you're looking for in seconds. Paperless isn't just about making life easier though, it's about transformation. By digitizing, you'll protect your sensitive data with secure storage solutions, preserve and archive important information, and save countless staff hours that would be otherwise be spent hunting through file cabinets. Our system even allows you to share easily with team members, direct linking right out of the system. You can free your staff from paper shuffling so we can focus on valuable tasks. I know the parking limits are about to expire here shortly, so I'm going to be really quick to wrap up. You can reach me at this QR code or at paperlessdocs.online, or find me on social media at LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. I'd be happy to interface with you and help you figure out how I can help you, how we can help you become paperless in 2025. Thank you all very much.
very short, so I'm gonna drop my mic here a little bit. Good morning, everybody, almost afternoon. Luckily, there's only 3 more people after me, so everybody will be able to get up and stretch if you think that everybody's getting kind of antsy. Again, my name is Shanna Bullitt Chisholm. I am the administrator of the Cascade County Juvenile Detention Center. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Commissioner Joe Briggs for inviting me to come today and giving me a morning off in jail, I guess kind of like a jail free card today. So I don't get out too much, so this is awesome. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the Juvenile Detention Center, we've been open since 1994. We're located just past Benefits at 1600 26th Street South. We detain youth from across Montana who are being held on a variety of criminal charges. So although we're the Cascade County Juvenile Detention Center, we actually serve the entire state of Montana and the Bureau of Indian Affairs. The youth that we serve are between the ages of 10 and 18, both male and female, with an average length of stay of 26 days. We provide a full year-round education program, so our kids go to school all year, even in the summer. But we've never had any sort of indoor exercise area for the youth to burn off their excess energy and rebuild their overall health. They're teenagers, they need to burn off excess energy. So as you can see at the top there, the bright green behind us, we're working with our architects, which are B Smart. That will be the addition to our low side detention where our new gymnasium will be. The bottom picture is a picture from the back of the building, which unless you walk on the walking track over there, you probably don't get to see the back of our building very often. It's a nice shot of the back of our building and where the new gym is going to be. This project will be about $2.6 to $3 million and is a huge capital investment for Cascade County. The gym will be placed, as I said, at the end of our existing building, so the visual footprint of this building will be exceptional. The overall size of the building will be 60 by 80 with about 4,800 square feet. It's going to be metal fabricated with interior finishes of concrete, wood, and steel. You would expect that in a jail. We spent a lot of time determining what type of gym flooring we want to have. This was probably the biggest part of our project. And so we finally went to Giant Springs School here in town. We went to the new Shields Game High facility and even a church in Townsend to get the best flooring that we could for our buck. So with that, we'll be doing a rubberized flooring, and the gym itself will be just slightly smaller than the average elementary size gymnasium. In addition to the gymnasium, as you can see from the bottom there on the picture, we're also going to have a large multi-purpose room and an overcapacity area that will hold up to 4 youth, making the Cascade County Juvenile Detention Center the largest juvenile detention facility in the state of Montana. We are one of 3 facilities left, and now will be considered the largest. There will also be a secure staff area so that they can monitor the youth in the overcapacity area because safety is always our #1 concern. The multi-purpose room will be used for psychoeducational groups, classroom activities, exercises such as yoga and band workouts, craft activities, AA, NA, etc. The gym will be utilized for indoor basketball and volleyball games and a variety of activities to include capture the flag, Native American state games, high set graduation ceremonies, and fitness testing. There'll be 2 restrooms that each will be fitted with a shower. So if there is a need and we do need to utilize the gym for even additional overcapacity, we'll be able to do so. Additional changes that we had to make, and I see Chief Jeremy Jones is here. We had to put an emergency turnout in our new building. We never had one before, and the emergency vehicles, when they would come, our fire trucks, our ambulances, so on and so forth, would have to back out of the facility in order to get out. This new turnaround will allow them access to the back part of our gym, which will also be fenced in so that there's no chance of escape from any of our youth, and will allow our emergency personnel to get in and out of the building quickly. One of the biggest savings for us is the ability to utilize and tie into our existing fire sprinkler and heating systems, which was a great expense if we would have to do that separately. Again, we're super excited about the addition of the gym and the investment it will have in the lives of the youth we serve. Thank you for your attention.
Right, good morning. My name is Tom Schwartzberg. I'm the Development Director at Alliance for the Youth. Mike. And I am here today telling you about the impact that through your generosity, we've been able to have in the community over the last 5 years. So for those of you who are not familiar with Alliance for Youth, we are a 39-year-old nonprofit. We are lean and determined, and our whole mission every day is to uplift vulnerable youth and families in North Central Montana. So a little bit about our story. We were based for a long time in the school district. And, we've kind of outgrown it, right? We had school district emails, we were in their facilities. And so we had this incredible opportunity in 2019. Victory Church, actually, their old building at 3220 11th Ave South, they allowed us to move in there, right? We didn't put anything down. They actually paid the utilities for the first 6 months. That allowed us to come in and have this new home. And since that time, we've put more than $1 million in capital improvements into creating a comfortable, safe place where we can serve the vulnerable youth and families in our community. And it's been a real work of love. You can see up here probably a lot of familiar faces. We've been able to put in a commercial kitchen, a fire suppression system, new roof, windows, lighting, HVAC, furnace, the whole deal, right? And the purpose of all of this, right, is to let the vulnerable youth and families we serve know that they have value, right? That they are loved. So I think many of you guys are familiar, right? We have over 500 kids that are homeless at some point during the year in Great Falls, right? We have, some of the highest rates of kids that have to be removed from their homes, right? Or child abuse neglect is really shot up over the last 10 years. And substance abuse, right? We know that is, literally bringing down life expectancy in the United States of America, right? That over 100,000 drug overdoses last year. So with this investment, okay. Oh, I'm back. I apologize. So as I'm just kind of putting through this. What I want to talk about here is our playground. So we serve over 1,500 families each year, right? And all these folks are people that generally have no place to turn, no one that they can turn to and rely on. And so we basically do 4 pillars, right? We have substance abuse prevention, which we do in the 6-county region throughout North Central Montana. We do our youth resource center, which meets all the basic needs of vulnerable youth, 13 to 20. And then we also have our Silver Life program, which provides free family-friendly activities that provide people with connection, purpose, and hope. Oh boy, this is something else. Thank you guys for forgiving that. Okay, bam, 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 and the 4th thing we do, there we go. We have parenting programs, right? And so we do nurturing parenting. We have a circle of parent support group. We do love and lodging. All of these have 2 purposes, right? One, we want to reduce child abuse and neglect. And I'm telling you, these classes work. They are evidence-based. Parents that come here, right? The rates that we see of them having their kids have to go back through child and family services are vastly reduced. So they got no place for their kids to play. And we come, right? We've got free childcare at all these events. But this will allow us to have a place where they can hold the class, right? Have their kids right by them, doing the playground, right? It gives our people that are using the youth resource center, our kids, right? We're serving more than 250 every year. They got a place to come kick it. So Stephen LaRue was nice enough. He's designed this beautiful outdoor space for us, right? You can see the budget there. We need your help. I can tell you, we provide every single service 100% completely free to those we serve. And the only way that we are able to do this is through your generosity. So we've got all kinds of ways, whether you want to come in as a teammate, a partner, a champion, the founder, you can get the playground named after you. We really, really need your help. And I want to leave you with, why does this all matter, right? You can see up here on the screen, right? I won't read it out for you. All the services that we're able to provide. And what I want to leave you as investment business-minded folks with is investing in Alliance for Youth is the best investment you're going to make. You look at the way that our system is designed here in the United States, right? We treat all of these chronic long-term diseases that we see, addiction, all with acute interventions, ER, treatment, jail. Alliance for Youth, we serve people over the long run. We break these vicious cycles and we make sure that the least among us have all the resources they need to move from survive to thrive. Thank you very much.
How about these projects? This is fantastic. I hope you all are excited as I am. I'm Lisa Schmidt. I own a land of grass ranch and From the Ground Up LLC in Conroe. I've been direct marketing grass-fed beef and lamb for 26 years. Don't tell anybody else that. That's too long. As my market has grown, so have my customers' needs. Military families, people with food allergies, busy professionals, empty nesters, across the economic spectrum, they ask for healthy, convenient meals. They want to feed their kids good food. They know they need to avoid sugar and preservatives. They don't have time to cook dinner, much less grow a big garden. So they have meals delivered to them. You've heard of HelloFresh, Home Chef, Blue Apron. And they asked me to mail frozen meat. What could go wrong, right? Sleepless nights, wondering, is that meat stuck in a warm warehouse someplace? I can't do it anymore. But I can provide what they really want. And even better, I can help other entrepreneurs provide what consumers ask for too. I plan to purchase this retort packaging. Essentially, what this is a massive, super efficient pressure cooker that will cook meals inside resealable pouches. The meals will be ready to eat and shelf stable for 2 years. They're healthy, no added sugars or preservatives, and they're easy to ship. No glass to break, no dry ice, and no more sleepless nights. Other companies already package food this way. Oh, there we go. Consumers love it. Tuna, soups, energy drinks, they're priced a little higher, and Walmart carries them. So those big companies, General Mills, Kraft, Nestle, they keep their retorts busy all the time, every day. I need one for just a couple of days a week until my demand grows. So I didn't really want to invest $150,000 in a pressure cooker. So I started looking around. I wanted to see if I could rent a facility to get started with my meals. And I found the perfect co-packing facility for exactly what I need. 2 of them, one in Malaysia and one in India. So this project has 2 prongs. First, I'll sell my meals in grocery stores and online. These meals will use the lower demand middle cuts of meat. So I'm raising the value of those cuts and my profit margin by about 50%. I don't raise enough cattle and sheep, so I'll purchase middle cuts from other local producers too. The second prong is for other agricultural producers. Other entrepreneurs will rent the kitchen by the day to turn our Montana beets, grains, and vegetables into ready-to-eat food. The retort can produce about 10,000 packages a day. So the rental charge will add about 30 cents per package to the cost of the product. I'll develop new value-added shelf-stable products using local commodities. But most importantly, other Montana entrepreneurs will have cost-effective access to equipment to process their own convenient foods. Together, we can turn Montana commodities into healthy, delicious food for everyone. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ted Mitchell. Matt Enos from Matt Enos Photography put that together for us. He did a wonderful job. He had only 4 days to put it together, but it really looks nice. So I'm from Mitchell Development and Investments. We own that land there now for well, since 1964, my family has. My family has been in the development business around the nation. We're known as the low life development people. We've got a lot of projects. We've had a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And started out in Great Falls with my grandfather, my dad, and a partner by the name of Don Robinson with the Holiday Village Shopping Center. And it's grown into, yeah, they bought land because back in '64, because they were in one of the stages of development of the Holiday Village that was going to be the enclosed mall portion. And a big company came up, General Growth. You might have heard of that company, very strong at that time. This was in 1950, well, yeah, 64. And they were negotiating on this site to build a mall that would rival ours. So my grandfather and my dad went and bought it, and it's been in our family ever since. And I just want to thank the Great Falls Development Authority for allowing us to launch this project. It's going to be a long, tedious project. But we're determined to bring to its fruition. Congratulations to all the other people who have come up and given what their plans are. We really appreciate that because it's all growth. We all work together to get this done. And the project will be is 100 acres. And it encompasses from 3rd Avenue South. There we go. 3rd Avenue South, clear up to Highway 57 or Highway 10th Avenue South. I think it's 280 South, I think. And we have been talking to the state of Montana. This will be, like I say, 100 acres. It would encompass, let's see, about 2 miles of pedestrian trail all through the site along 60th Street. This will be 60th Street. This is 7th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, 8th, and then 10th Avenue South. It will encompass residential, retail, hospitality, recreational spaces, hotel be right there. That'll be the first, building that will be built, people own it. And we will get that going. We'd like to get that up by, oh gosh, fall of 26. It'll be done in phases. First phase would be here. Let's see, right here. Go up here, down here, over to here. And then down. That'd be the first phase. And then we have 4 other phases for this. This development over here is the retail or the residential, 831 units would be developed there. We would probably sell that land to a residential developer because we don't get into residential. And then big box stores, which we will attract eventually. This will be an apartment complex with mixed use below. Be 4 stories, 318 apartments there, which will really be good. This is our town center for entertainment. We have great traffic flow through here. This will be an approach onto the highway, probably a right in and right out, probably there, and then just go through, circulate all the way through the site. We feel that this is going to take 20 to 25 years to complete. We did the Bozeman Gateway, which everybody, probably a lot of people don't know what the Bozeman Gateway is, but it is where Coles and Rosar's is, and in Bozeman. It amounted to 72 acres. We bought that land from MSU in 2003. Actually, October 9th, 2003. It is now 25, and we're still not done. We did sell, however, that project back in 19 to a very, very wealthy individual, which really proud of. We can advertise it, but a person by the name of Stan Kroenke owns a lot LA Rams, and also built a $3.5 billion arena in LA. Wanted it. He wanted it because the revenue it's generating, the architectural design of projects. I don't know if any of you have been in Bozeman, but we have about the only coffee, city brew, drive-through pickup window that's inside the building, probably in the nation. We did that because Bozeman did not want driveways through fronting West Main. The architectural features of all those buildings over there in Bozeman is what we want to mimic here. Bozeman is going to be a has-been after we get this done. Bozeman is going to risk they were false. I'll guarantee it. And I believe the city managers here are 10 times easier to work with than Bozeman. I'm with you, man. I'll tell you, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. But we've got everything that we wanted to. It's going to take time. It took us 5 years and 3 attempts to get Rosar's in Bozeman, which is one of the prettiest grocery stores in the state. They had 31 stores. They finally came to us. They designed the building. We said, no, don't think so. We designed what's there. They said, I don't think so. And we said, yeah, it's going to go. We own the building. You have a lease with us, and that's what's going in. they open that store and they have 31 stores in the region. Rosars does. That store shot to the #1 store on the day they opened. We got a letter from the CEO. They opened on November 9th of 07. And on February, he sent me an email letter stating that if we can have the perseverance to keep coming after them, after they turned us down so many times, that they would miss a golden opportunity. And that store was the #1 store by far till the day we sold it on October 1 of 19 to come. So it's going to take time, and especially it's going to take time to create the synergy here for Great Falls as well, because it is hard to change one's perception. Great Falls in the 60s, 64s, I mean, it was rock and roll. But at the time, they thought Great Falls was going to be the #1 largest city in the state of Montana. They had Anaconda closed, then their base closed, and had some hits, financial hits. Just like the new public works director, it contracted. Now it's expanding. And I'll guarantee you now, it's going to be Great Falls 2.0. Yeah, absolutely. We believe it will be, and but it takes time. There'll be, when the missiles come in, the remodeling and the revamping of the missile silos, that's $30 billion. $30 billion. $1 billion is unbelievable. That's going to come in about 3 years, 4 years start, and they'll go 10 to 15 years, and then with a lot of other things that are going on here. Before I do that, we have, I'm getting ahead of myself, as I always do. The retail and office, there'll be 630,000 square feet of retail and office space. Hospitality, 230 keys, which would involve 2 hotels, which we will probably own. The other hotel would be right here. And the first one, like I said, is right there, Wood Springs, due to open in the fall of 26. We have 20 acres of open space. We'll have 20 plus restaurants, residential apartments, 346, I think 318 units, residential units over in this side, be 831. And like I say, we have 2 miles of trail. We're going to work on the architectural features of every building here so that it makes Bozeman look like it has been. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to be proud of it. Once finished, this development, based on today's dollars, this development will increase the tax base by $500 to $700 million, which will really give the county and the city a lot of money to help do some improvements. Like I say, we're going to do four phases. First phase would be the motels, which I laid out for you. Like I say, it's going to be probably 20 years. I'm getting old, so I don't know if I'll be around when we see this thing done. I will introduce you to the team that will see it come to fruition. But the economic driver is just amazing for Great Falls. Housing demand right now are 630 units, probably already know all this. 630 units for the next 5 years and grow. The Touro Medical University having 100 plus students annually. Just saw MSU's presentation. Major national retailers shortage in the region. If you can picture, I wish we had a picture of the map of the state of Montana. You see all the growth around the western and southern border of Montana with Bozeman, Kalispell, Helena, Whitefish, all that. But then you come up to the center of Montana in Great Falls. And the lack of retail that we have here, based on the trade area that we have with 300,000 people, it's just phenomenal potential. It just has to get the word out. But it's going to take some time, like I said. Cost of living right now for Great Falls is 14% lower than the US national average, which is great. We have Kellamont that is doing sustainable aviation fuels, which I heard was huge volume. I'm not going to say what because I can't confirm it, but it's huge. They're fantastic assets to this facility. Valcom Technologies, German company with vacuum technology, $90 million they're going to be investing here. Berkshire Hathaway Energy, over $3 billion invested in renewable energy like wind and solar. Major infrastructure improvements to be boosting economy as well. So Public Works Director, we're gonna have fun. So there's just a potential here that's gonna really drive it. But I'll give you this is to redefine urban living, and with the apartments here and the housing here and the city center here and traffic. We've been talking to the state of Montana. We asked them if what they prefer, either traffic lights or roundabouts. They prefer roundabouts. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay. So the roundabout here, this is the roundabout on 57th and 10th. Right now there's a signal. Walmart is kitty corner. And they loved to see this. We won't participate in this, but they're going to be redesigning this anyway because of the traffic that they feel and the growth Great Falls is going to sustain, especially when the missiles come. They're going to have tents, mat tents, 3,000 people mat tents between here and Lewistown. So they need to improve this highway, this intersection. They loved when we came up with this idea. And of course, that was the local people here for Great Falls. Helena is the one that's going to have to approve it. So we have some work to do there. We have a traffic study already done. We have the 7th Avenue roundabout, which is pretty much center of the site, right here. We'll go on, and there's the Wood Springs Hotel right there. Here's the apartments, 318 apartments. They prefer, we have to have a signal here or roundabout. They prefer roundabout, and that's, I do too. This is town center, what I call town center, right off of the apartments, the entertainment, it'll be restaurants, there'll be seating areas. We want to develop a strolling community that people can come, shop, stroll, fireplaces. We're going to have waterfalls, of course, waterfalls. That's our main feature, the falls. We'll have that. It's going to be beautiful with, life-size and a half sculptures of moose, bison, elk, bears throughout the development. It's going to be absolutely beautiful to kind of take and show a tribute to Lewis and Clark and what everything they saw when they were here. But anyway, this would be an entertainment area that these people can come to. We want, we're going to have over 20 acres of lawn. We want to create a meeting place for people to come, and we don't want people to come and shop and then leave. we want them to come enjoy, sit around a fire and, or falls, or do whatever, and eat and with their friends and stroll. This is the beginning of the town center, and this is the apartments. We've incorporated some architectural features of the dams, like this one here. The arched windows, actually it kind of looks like the Milwaukee Station, which we owned Milwaukee Station and did that. And what we sold it here in 19, but we would like to bring that in, and it's very similar to some of the architectural features of the dam facilities too, the generation buildings. So this is again apartments. There's the Wood Springs Hotel there. Those are the apartments for housing development to put back there. And so there you have it. It's going to be a fun project, and I think I'm very pleased to come back to Great Falls. We've done a lot of work elsewhere around the country. Las Vegas, or not Las Vegas, but Salt Lake. It's a huge project down there. Louisiana, Mississippi, of course, Bozeman. So anyway, that's it. Can I introduce four of my people? Sure. For real quick. I know I'm way over time and you guys got to go. But Joe, can you come on over? And Amanda, Jen, Ashley, Kathleen. These are the people that are going to bring this to fruition, because if something happens to me, which I will not see it, but it'll take time to bring people and change their philosophy of Great Falls and their mindset. It's hard to do, but it'll take time. But this is Joe Cobb, who's in charge of our leasing. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here, because he leases all our buildings up at high rates. And he gets them because he is full of emotion. But no, he's really good at that. Our buildings are very unique. They are very different from everything else down there. We have big tenants that come in there and they just tell the realtor, we just want to be in that building. We don't care what it is. We don't care if they don't get TIs, tenant improvements allowances. We just want to be on the, so we want to create value, and creating value is creating value for the tenant and then creating value for the city. And that's what we're here to do. And then we have Kathleen Brewer. She is our number now. Banks say, well, you have some performance and some numbers, and so she brings out, and it's like an accordion about 20 feet long, and they say, forget that, I wish we didn't even ask for them, you got it long. Then we have Jennifer Bishop right here. She is our in-house attorney. She did a project and facilitated the sale from Bozeman with the Conkey Group. She dealt with 5 of his attorneys. She had them spinning. She did. It was really funny. And then we have Amanda. Oh my gosh, what would I do without Amanda? She is our administrator. She works I see her every day, and she takes care of me, keeps me in line, keeps me to shut up when it's time to shut up. And she just takes care of everything. She keeps everybody organized. And then we have Ashley Mahoney, who is our pitch hitter for Jen, who's also an attorney. And we really needed Ashley because almost a year and a half ago, Amanda and Jennifer came to me in December and told me they were frightened. And I go, oh, good. When you do? Well, 2 weeks after Amanda's. And I'm going, so you're gone? Yeah. So Ashley did a great job. And we're growing, so Ashley will be coming on board here soon on a full-time deal itself. So our offices are currently at Milwaukee, or at I wish they were at Milwaukee Station, but they're at the Ironworks Square. We developed the Ironworks Square back in '79. And my family sold them all here in 1979, well, May of 1979. But we've done a lot of developments elsewhere. We've increased tax bases elsewhere. We've had a lot of people, a lot of tenants that were very, very successful. And that's what our job is, to make them as successful as possible, as quickly as possible. So anyway, these are the people, other than Joe, he's almost my age, so he's old. But other than that, we have 31-year-old to 35. And I don't get hit on the head when I leave here. But these people are going to bring this project and many more that we're working on currently to fruition. They're smart. They are so. Thanks very much. Ted, it's fantastic to have you back in town. Okay, so let's give another big round of applause to all of the presenters. When economic development colleagues ask me when they first get to a new community, what do you do? I tell them, you find the doers and you hang out with the doers and you have their back and you support them and others will join on. But it's you who are making the investments, the presenters today, the presenters over the last 5 years that we've been doing this. It's all about you and we have your back. That's our job, is to have your back. Now, sometimes it might feel like you've got my foot in your back because we are hungry to move forward as quickly as possible because we've got a lot of catching up to do. But if you didn't present today, but you're close or you're even thinking about starting a business, expanding your business, tackling a real estate project, bringing friends to relocate here, bringing classmates back to Great Falls, back to Choteau, back to Augusta, back to Shelby, Conrad, Brown, and Havre. We work throughout the region, and if we can help you in Glendive, it's all about Montana. We're all working together as a team. So I hope this morning inspires some of you to move forward. For the bankers in the audience, I hope it's inspired you just to say yes. Just say yes. So I do have a few things I want to talk about. GFDA is not sitting still. We are moving forward and we've got some plans for this year, all pursuing market opportunities. We believe in doing our market research. We are just like you. We have aspirations, we have dreams, but we like to pursue dreams that have true market potential. And I'll tell you, we are so well positioned as a community, as a region, as a state, that there are untold number of opportunities. This is our time. And you know, when the window of opportunity opens, you got to jump on it because that window is not going to stay open. And there are a lot of hungry people out there. So we've got to jump on these. So just a few of the market opportunities that we're going to be pursuing in 2025. First off is energy. We are a proud energy production region. You've heard some fantastic projects, global scale projects happening right here. But there's more potential. So we've hired a brand new business development officer, Kristen Blue, just to pursue energy projects. We did our market assessment, published that in the fall. So now we're going to put it to work. Transmission capacity is part of that. We need to enhance our transmission capacity. Berkshire Hathaway Energy Montana just announced on Wednesday that they are joining in the interconnector, which will connect the Montana grid to the Midwestern grid. Which is a fantastic project, but we have a lot more to do with both energy transmission and natural gas transmission to make sure that we can produce energy here and export it, bring dollars back here, but also we can have reliable, cost-effective energy for businesses and residents of the region. I'm very excited that very soon you will be hearing an announcement. We are part of creating a statewide business advocacy organization to push for private investment in increased transmission capacity. On the health, bioscience, and education side, we continue to work with great partners. You've heard some of them this morning. You can expect some great activities continuing on building on the assets that we have there. On the housing front, housing continues to be, frankly, our top priority. We're very excited to be working with such quality developers. We need housing across the spectrum, types of housing, prices of housing. We partnered with many of you to do a new updated housing market assessment. One of the projects we're going to be working on is partnering with NeighborWorks Great Falls to raise more capital so that we can get more projects in the ground. Downtown Great Falls, we just published the new market assessment a couple of months ago. We're going to be launching a new initiative. We've put together some money to study what we call catalyst sites, really digging into some underutilized properties downtown, as well as we're going to pick some others around the county. We want to do some rural sites, but redevelopment opportunities that we might be able to move forward, do enough pre-planning to entice developers and businesses to tackle those projects. Food, ag, and bioprocessing. We're moving forward with a statewide market assessment for pulse crop processing. We think there are some great opportunities in pulse crop processing. We're partnering with the Montana Pulse Committee. We just selected the firm to do the processing study, so we're going to be launching that. On the tourism side, we're excited to move forward in a partnership with Great Falls Tourism. We've selected a public relations firm to help us get the word out about Great Falls. Our role in it is we're trying to attract workforce and we're trying to attract entrepreneurs, and tourism is trying to attract visitors. We see great potential with tourism. We've done a lot of our work. We just won a loan fund from the state to help more tourism businesses. One thing about tourism is it is primary sector. It brings new money into the region. It also supports many of your businesses, which are very important for us in retaining and attracting talent, because it's always about quality of life. We're also about to move forward with a market assessment on market demand for recreation and entertainment business in the region. We think there's some opportunities to have some of you pursue new business ventures or expand existing businesses that could offer more indoor and outdoor recreation and entertainment, which both attract visitors, bring them back more often, empty their wallets a little bit more when they're here, and improve our quality of life, gives us more options to have fun. Entrepreneurship, we're going to be supporting Great Falls College's efforts with the 10,000 business effort with Goldman Sachs. We've launched a cohort program with Deb McGregor, our new director of our Small Business Development Center. We just graduated the first downtown cohort. I want to tell you, if you're having a down day, just go talk to Deb and she will put you in touch with such exciting entrepreneurs. This region has some amazing people, and we know that there are more future would-be entrepreneurs out there. So we're going to be doing entrepreneur cohorts throughout the region. We're also launching a microloan effort, so it's easier to help that initial seed capital for small businesses in partnership with our bank and credit union partners. Defense. I don't need to tell any of you how important defense is. We started as an industrial city that became the service center for a tremendous farming and ranching region. And then we were lucky enough to get the Army Air Corps during World War II. We can't sit on our laurels and just enjoy that. We've got some work to do. So we're working with our partners, with many of you, to strengthen our Defense Alliance effort so that we are ready to help the Air Force succeed with the critical existing missions and get ready for successful construction of the Sentinel mission. I can't stress the importance of the Sentinel mission to our national security and our local economy. But we also want it done in such a way that we benefit from it as much as possible. You all get as much opportunity from it. And it's done in such a way that the investment is going to not only work for the Air Force, but work for the communities throughout the region for at least 70 or 80 years in the future. Logistics, we finished our market assessment on logistics last year. We've made big investments in the Agri-Tech Park. We have our first transload facility operational with Ponderosa Solutions out in the park. But we're working to really expand logistics so that it lowers your costs for shipping and warehousing both in and out, and gives you more options for service, brings more competition into the market. We continue to work on major infrastructure issues. We've become more active as a founding member of the Montana Infrastructure Coalition. So we're beating the drum that even with the big investments in infrastructure, we have a lot more needs throughout the region. Also right here in the city, we need to make significant investments in our stormwater system so that we can support new housing development, the Falls Project, and many others. Now, two unique opportunities I wanted to bring up. One is that we've been selected, Great Falls, Montana has been selected to host the first International Economic Development Council rural retreat. So the IEDC, the International Economic Development Council, is going to be bringing 400 to 700 people to town June 23rd to the 25th. And including that, we're attracting site selection consultants who are going to be coming in, and we're trying to plan some different spin-off events both before and after. So this is a unique opportunity for us to make Great Falls shine. And it's not just about Great Falls, because each day of the retreat, we're putting everyone in the who comes onto buses to get out and spend time with our rural entrepreneurs and rural community leaders, so they can really get an understanding of the opportunities and challenges in rural Montana. Then they'll be coming back to Great Falls in the evening so that we can talk about what we've learned. So that's a great opportunity for us. The second is that the city of Great Falls has launched an effort to update its growth policy. Brock Cherry is in the back. Brock, wave your arms. Brock has been a fantastic addition to the excellent city staff that we have. It's very important that the business community, the real estate development community, be active in that growth policy, because we need smart growth. We need growth that is going to increase economic opportunity for our residents, that it's going to fuel the tax base that the city and the county need to pay for the services that we need. So it's important that the business voice is heard. So please get involved in that. I am so excited about 2025. I hope this morning you've gotten excited about it. We want to have your back. We want to help you. So if you've got an idea, if you hear of an opportunity, don't think we know everything. This has been a really exciting morning. There are a number of other things in the works that they weren't quite ready to announce yet. So we've got a lot of work to do to make all this happen, and I just want to thank all of you, because it takes a team. Even the smallest project has many partners. These big projects, we're all going to need to put our heads together. The communities and regions that win, they work together. I've been down south. I was just down in Pasco County. How many have you heard of Pasco County? Yeah, nobody. It's the little county just north of Tampa that has 1.5 million people. Next year, they'll have 1.6 million people. It's the 8th fastest growing county in the country. And their economic development team, they call themselves the Velociraptors. Let me tell you, I've been to Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama. They're hungry down there. They are rapacious. They are hungry. And I've put them on notice that we are hungrier than them. You know, if you look at the economic history, we founded the country on the eastern seaboard. Then people founded the Midwest. The Midwest was the big growth. Then it became the Mountain West. And think about what Paris Gibson was told by his colleagues, the naysayers back in Minneapolis, when he said, I'm going to create a city way out there. Probably had some people tell him that he couldn't do it. And every project that we've had in Great Falls and throughout the Golden Triangle, I'll tell you, we've had people say we can't do it. They told us that there'd never be more investments in the dams in Great Falls. They told us we'd never get somebody to build a new transmission line. The first connection between the US grid and the Mountain West and the Canadian grid, the Montana, Alberta tie line. They told us we'd never have biofuels production in Montana, let alone Great Falls. When we started work downtown, we were told, oh, we tried that before and we gave up on it because you're never going to make it work. They told us we weren't going to get apartments built, and now we've built over 1,000 apartments. They told us we'd never be a tourism destination. People would just drive through and get a tank of gas and a can of bear spray. And so time and time again, we've proved them wrong by working together, being smart, your entrepreneurial spirit. So I've told my friends down in Tennessee and Alabama and Louisiana, they have been the growth area, right? It went from the Mountain West, then it went to California. When I grew up in California, California was growing. It was aerospace. It was booming. Then it shifted to the southern parts of the US, and they have been booming, rocking and rolling. Well, now it's our time. We work together. I've told them there's new beasts down on the plains. We are hungry. We work together, we hunt as a pack, we have each other's back. So the Velociraptors better check their six, because we're coming after them. So have a great morning and a great weekend, and let's have a fantastic week.